Alright, so today I'm going to repot this ugly looking baby tears. Um, it doesn't have any pests, it's just the pot fell a few weeks ago and the potting mix as well fell, so it doesn't have enough soil, and I think it's root bound. Let me put my gloves on. I think it's root bound, and I'm gonna try repotting it, and I'm going to repot it in the same nursery pot because the only reason that it's root bound, it's because of this right here. It doesn't have any potting mix. It's just, no, it doesn't even look root bound. It just needs a little bit more soil, but I want to try to dislodge this and add more soil. And I think that's the reason why the leaves are dying off. And the baby tears, I actually had a hard time with it because it was shedding so much. But I think the trick to this is to keep the soil moist. And I tried doing that and it worked great, but now ever since I had this problem, I lost the potting mix. Oh my god, it doesn't want to open up. I don't want to hurt the plant or it's such a beautiful plant, and a lot of people say it's really hard to take care of baby tears because they shed so much. I agree, but if you keep the soil moist, you won't have this problem, trust me. So yeah, don't want to hurt the roots. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Do I still say repot if I'm using the same nursery pot? I didn't have any pest problems, so I'm confident there are no pests in there. I inspected, I looked for spider mites, I looked for other things, didn't find any. I really think it's just the soil. So, my hand's dirty. So over here I have my potting mix. It's just regular indoor potting mix, and I just added some perlite to it. I actually saw a YouTube video and it says it's good if you put hydrogen peroxide and water in the soil if you want to repot a plant. I wanted to do it, but apparently you have to do it 24 hours before. I don't have the time for this, so we're just gonna pot this up. I think this should be fine. I am going to water this when I'm done, and hopefully the leaves are not gonna start are gonna stop dying. Oh no! I'm looking if it's healthy. If it's healthy, you can always put it in water and propagate it. It's very easy to propagate. I'm gonna take care of that later. I don't think I'll try to untwist it or anything because it's breaking so easily. So I think the root system is not too healthy. But now with the new potting mix, I think it should be fine. But I will water it first and then try to untangle it after. I just want to make sure it gets some water first, otherwise it's gonna continue to break. I'm gonna remove the dead leaves. I think that should be I think that should be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna give it some water. Okay, water till I see water drip out. A lot of people also bottom water this plant. I think it's because the leaves are very fragile, but I've always watered it this way. I never had an issue, so I'll keep it like that. And I think it should stay in this pot for like another year. It should be good. It does get a lot of sunlight. If it's not used to sunlight, it will probably burn the leaves, but that's what happened with mine. I kept it away from the sun. It was not getting enough sun, and then the leaves were not looking pretty. It was very, how do we say that? There were a lot of gaps in between the leaves, in between the nodes, I think. So I decided to put it in the sun. Well, near the sun, I have a south-facing window in my bedroom, and I burned all of the leaves. But the new growth were much prettier. It was, I think it's called acclimation. You have to acclimate the plant to the sun first. So I think that looks good. And after a while, I will try to detangle it. If I cannot, then I guess I'll leave it like that. I don't know if it's an issue if you keep plants like this, but a lot of my plants, like my string of hearts, it tangles a lot. It's really hard to detangle them. Every time I move it just slightly, it's crazy. Yeah, so something that I want to show you, I actually took a propagation. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I took a propagation, I think a few weeks ago, well, probably like a month ago, over here. So as you can see, you will have like two, do we call that stem? Yeah, two stems coming out. So it's really good to take propagation because it will make your plant look bushier. And I did the same over here. So I'm just gonna give it some sunshine, let it grow. I water this plant well, I'm gonna try to water it every 2 or 3 days. I don't water it to saturate the soil. It doesn't like to stay too wet because it is prone to getting root rot. And I just want to keep the soil a little moist, so that it doesn't shed a lot. So that it's not looking the prettiest, but I think in a few weeks it's gonna look great. The soil is healthy, everything's good. And I'm just gonna go and hang it in my bedroom. And I got this plant at Jardin Alexis Néon in Montreal at Water Station, along with this cute hanging basket. Looking good. I also don't fertilize the plant. I don't know if it needs to be fertilized, but there are some fertilizers in the potting mix. Hopefully that helps. I haven't tried fertilizing it because the leaves are so small, and I'm very scared that I would burn the leaves. Okay, so this is where I usually hang it. Sometimes the sun, it doesn't get a lot of sun, sometimes it does. Or I would just put it on the windowsill and it gets plenty of sun. So this is on the windowsill. I know it's a little dirty, but yeah, so I just want to show you it does get a lot of sun over here. I think it's looking great. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.